My man, Jason Momoa, the perfect lead for this new show, C, on Apple TV+. Who actually taught Queen Kane how to pray? What will happen to the group after what happens at the end of episode 3? But more importantly, is this new show on Apple Plus TV C worth checking out? We're going to talk about that and much more. What is this show all about? Far in a dystopian future, the human race has lost the sense of sight, and society has had to find new ways to interact, build, hunt, and to survive. All of that is challenged when a set of twins is born with sight. Hey everybody, Elliot here from Movie Files, talking about the first 3 episodes of the new Apple Plus TV, of Apple TV Plus show, C, starring Jason Momoa. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing to our channel, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with our content, and leave your comments in the comment section. I want to know what you all thought about the first 3 episodes. Now, this will be a spoiler breakdown, discussion, review, so if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, definitely check them out. Come back and let me know what you thought of it. So, let's get into it. We're going to talk a little bit about the 3 different episodes, what I like, what I didn't like, and hopefully, give you my thoughts on if this is worth actually getting a subscription and continuing to watch this series. So, episode 1, I thought did a really solid job of establishing the world that we're in. Again, this is a future, dystopian future, post-apocalyptic world where people cannot see. So we're watching this group of people led by Jason Momoa. Well, not at that time. He's not really the leader, but you can take it upon that he is the leader. He's the warrior that people look into and follow. So we see Jason Momoa and his people are being attacked by this outside group that we don't know of quite yet, but we obviously find out a little bit later in the episode. But we see them preparing to go to battle or defend their land. And in the meantime, we're watching this young lady, Margaret, who's giving birth to 2 children. We see Paris, played by Alfre Woodard, give birth to the kids, and we see all that, and then we see the battle at the rocks, which was very brutal. I will say, kind of jumping ahead, all the fight sequences so far, especially in the first episode and especially episode 3, have been on par, really good choreographed, because these people can't see, so they got to learn their environments, they got to use certain things, they got to listen to certain noises. So I like the battle that we get at the rocks, and they have to let all the rocks go, but Jason Momoa and them find out that's just half of the people that are trying to invade their land, led by Queen Kane, that we'll talk a little bit about later. But yeah, I like the first 20 minutes of the first episode. I'm like, okay, I'm liking where this is going so far. From there we meet Queen Kane, who has a very interesting way of praying, and we'll just, I won't get graphic of what she does, but it's very, very weird and awkward the way she prays, and we see that again in later episodes. But we meet her, we find out that, she's not a fan of, I can't think of the gentleman's name, it's like Jerelzum or something of that nature, but he can see. He's the father of the children that are born that can see now, and he's like this, they call him a god because he's spreading these words that they don't. If you believe in sight, you will be burned, and their witch hunters will burn you and take you out. So they're looking for him, but then by the end of the episode, not only does Queen Kane want him to be found, but she wants the children to be found, because again, they don't want this blasphemy being out on the land and getting people to believe that people are going to be able to see and have this, as she calls it, other gods making gods and all that different stuff. So episode 1, pretty solid, establishes the universe. We figure out, Jason Momoa and his people, they go to this sacred land, and I'm liking what we're getting so far. Going into episode 2, I'll just flat out say it, I was not a fan. There were some moments we meet this Jarrell character, him and Jason Momoa interact after Jason Momoa fights a bear, which I thought was a very just awkward CGI scene. He brings the babies with him. Like, I don't know why the kids are with you. You can't see. Keep them somewhere safe. Anyway, we get all that. He tells them that, they're my children. I want you to give them this message. I left these books in a sacred place, and in 12 years, let them read the books, this, that, and the other. We get all that, and that's really what I kind of like, okay, what's in the box? We find out it's the book. So that particular threat was interesting me. It put a lot of interest in me. But then everything else that we get with the trader and his auntie or his cousin, their relationship. But really the thing that was just like, what is going on? We got 3 different time jumps. one was 3 years, the next one was 9 years, the next one was 11 years. I was just like, it was a 20-year time gap that we got within one episode. So it was a very unorganized episode in my opinion, and just wasn't a fan. I will say the little cliffhanger, if you want to call it that, was interesting. It made me want to see episode 3 to see what things play out. We obviously know, Queen Kane finds the little girl finds the bottle where the traitor put the message that this is what's going on. So episode 3, without a doubt, was my favorite episode. We find out that the people are getting kind of fed up of being kind of just on this land. The weird couple try to have a kid. The kid doesn't work out. In the midst of all that, we're seeing that the kids are now 20 years old. They're reading books. They know how to hunt. They know how to talk. They know how to read. They know how to write, all this stuff. So the people want to have other new blood into the community. Jason Momoa, or what was his name in the show? I'm going to start calling him Jason Momoa. Baba Voss decides to let the people go out to this festival to bring new blood into the circle. So they go there, but in the meantime, the kids follow them as well. And also, in other parts of the world, we got Queen Kane. She doesn't give up hope. She's going to send her warriors who've been gone for 20 years to go find them. So they go to the festival. The kid's taken by the slavers. We find out that Jason Momoa, we find out why he's so skilled with his knife. It's because he used to be a slaver. And his dad used to be a slaver. So it's in his blood. He doesn't want his daughter to see him go ham because he, by far, the best sequence of this show is when Jason Momoa, Baba Voss, fights the slavers. That scene was brutal. I'm talking about raid level brutality, gruesome, swords cutting completely around their neck, guts, knives, and throats. It was badass. I'm not gonna lie. That's when I was like, that was the most interesting part of the show. That's when I was like locked in, like, this is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. But we get all that stuff. The mom's obviously upset because the kids know how to read. The daughter says she wants to leave. The son said he wants to stay. So there's a lot of drama going on that's really getting me excited about the potential of the show. So, we find out by the end of the episode, I like the little cliffhanger that makes you want to come back for more. We see that the Queen Kane's people now know where they are. So that's how the episode ended. And I like that ending because it's like, okay, what's going to happen now? Questions I have. What is she going to do with these kids now that can see, Again, who taught her to pray? I need someone to teach her how to pray differently because that is just weird. I'm very interested in the show so far. I will say Apple TV Plus, it's free, so I would recommend checking it out. Episode 2, again, is not a good episode. I'm not going to lie. And a lot of the storylines haven't been the greatest, but again, the action has been solid. The acting has been pretty legit, minus a 20-year jump that no one's aged, by the way. It's been 20 years and everyone looks the same except for a couple people. But the main characters look the exact same age from 20 years ago. I'm liking the performances. Jason Momoa is doing a really good job as a lead. He's bringing different emotions that we really haven't seen him bring on the big screen or on the small screen of television. We know he's well versed in the TV land, but I'm really liking his performance. Alfre Woodard, I think she's solid as Paris. The wife is kind of growing on me, Margaret or Mara, or I can't think of her name right now, but the Baba Voss's girl, his wife, I'm liking her performance. And the kids, they're pretty solid. As the adult version kids, I like their performance so far. And then, like I said, Queen Kane is a very interesting character. So the characters are interesting. The dynamic is becoming very, very interesting. And I'm liking where this is going so far, minus episode 2, which is not good. I'm not going to lie. But I will tune in to see the rest of this season. I'm going to check out episode 4, and I'm going to review the rest of the season. I'm going to let you know that I will be reviewing the rest of the season of C. I don't know when it's going to come on because Apple hasn't said where the new episodes will premiere. I don't know if it's next Friday, if it's Monday. I don't know yet, but when episode 4 drops, you can expect a review from me on Movie Files. So definitely let me know what you thought of this first 3 episodes of C. I think you should get Apple Plus subscription. I'm going to check out the other shows, the morning show, and there's a couple other shows I'm going to check out and review for you all as well. So give this video a thumbs up. Share this video. Like I said, comment below your thoughts of the episode so far. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And also keep an eye out for some content that we will be having this week. And again, I will be reviewing other shows. And we have some awesome content on our channel now that you should check out. Thank you for watching this review, and we'll see you on the next one.